if you put on Fila's in 2025, man, everyone ranks sneakers by either comfort, hype, or even resale, but what if we rank them by pure aura? Your favorites are about to get exposed, and wait until you see who ends up at the bottom. But let's go ahead and get into this video. And quick disclaimer for my last video, I am sorry y'all, the fact that the sneakers were super small and you guys couldn't really tell what the sneakers were. I'm kind of just learning this tier list thing, and this is going to be my second tier list of the video. So without further ado, if you didn't watch that last one, go ahead and check it out. But with that being said, this one's going to be a better sneaker tier list, but this is actually going to be a sneaker brand tier list. So let's go ahead and get on the laptop, y'all. And this time I went ahead and actually got a zoomed in type of view on my screen. So hopefully, I know for sure we're gonna be locked in. Like, we're gonna be locked in this time. So let's go ahead and get through this. This is gonna be a nice little sneaker brand tier list. And without further ado, let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and record this whole screen. Boom. All right, bet. So now we locked in. Now we're on the screen. As you guys can see from my screen, I have a couple of tiers that I kind of changed them up a little bit just for this video special. And as you guys see from the top, we got Aura, we got Good, we got Mid, we got Garbo, which is basically garbage. And then for the bottom one, I don't really have to say too much because we already know the bottom one is something that we're not going to go ahead and even tap into. But with that being said, obviously Aura is the highest spot. We got Good, which is not great, but it's still good. We got Mid, which is just kind of mid, you know, just that sneaker that is just not, probably a sneaker that you wear, but it's just not like a preferred sneaker, if you get what I'm trying to put down. Garbo is garbage, which is basically a sneaker that probably you still wouldn't put on your feet, to be honest. This is one of those shoes that you probably just, you probably got as a Christmas gift. You probably weren't trying to be mean about it, but you kind of just accepted the gift. But yeah, and then the bottom one, we don't have to say too much about the bottom one. We know the bottom is just that tier where are all the worst sneaker brands. But with that being said, let's go ahead and look at what we have for this video. So as you guys can see, this is a pre-made sneaker tier list. We got DC, we got Reebok, we got Under Armour, we got Levi, we got Adidas, we even got Champion, Asics, Balenciagas, Vans, Converse. We got Nike, we even got, I believe, if this ad can stop showing off my screen, we got Brooks, which is a running shoe company. We got Puma, we got Fila, and then we got New Balance and also Jordan. So we got a handful of sneaker brands. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. And first of all, I gotta say, who is wearing DC in 2025, you guys? Like, I haven't seen a single DC pair ever. And if you don't know what a DC shoe looks like, I'm about to show you here. Like, look at these. Like, they do not even look like they should be in this type of era. But without further ado, you guys already should know where I'm going to put this sneaker. And for all y'all DC fans, if y'all watching, man, we got to leave those back in 2020. Like, I ain't going to lie, I haven't seen none of those shoes in a minute. Not even 2020. We got to leave them in 2000s, actually. Like, I'm tripping. But okay, we got the DCs. Those are going to go all the way at the bottom at the no-name tier, because that tier deserves no type of name whatsoever. But with that being said, that is our first sneaker brand. That's a crazy way to kick it off. But this, again, is a pre-made list. I'd actually make this list for this sneaker tier. But if you guys do want me to make a pre-made one for the next one, if you guys do want that, go ahead and make sure to comment that down below. But with that being said, the next one we have is Reebok. Reebok, you guys, let me think about this one a little bit. Reebok is one of those shoes that kind of budget friendly, but then again, it's just one of those shoes that I will not put on my feet. But it's not like a DC. It's definitely not on the side of a DC. I'm not gonna go ahead and play Reebok. Like, Reebok is definitely one of those staples in the sneaker community. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Reebok in Garbo, low key, because it's not the worst, but it's not the best, and it's definitely not mid or good for sure. But with that being said, that's where Reebok's gonna be. I might switch it up a little bit depending on how these other sneakers kind of play out. But let's go ahead and get on to the next one. The next one that we do have is Under Armour. Now, something I got to say about Under Armour is I actually, back in my days when I used to hoop, I used to wear Under Armour, so I kind of have a little bias to this one versus the other ones, because the other ones, I think I probably only had one Reebok in my life. Maybe, I don't think I've had a DC ever in my life. So I may have a little bias on the Under Armour, so I think I'm going to put Under Armour in mid category just because I know that Stephen Curry has dope sneakers. I wouldn't say they're the best sneakers for hooping, at least for me personally. But with that being said, I'm going to just go ahead and put them in the mid category. And I hope you guys can see this on my screen. It's kind of faint, but I feel like you guys can still get the picture that I'm trying to put down. And maybe I'll even go as far as trying to zoom in a little for y'all. Boom. I think that should be cool. I bet. That should be a little better. So we have the three. These are all in different categories. We got Under Armour in mid. We got Reebok and Garbo. And then we got DC at the bottom. Cool, cool, cool. We got Levi's. Have I owned a pair of Levi's in my life? I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Levi's in my life. But I'm just not going to go ahead and discriminate just because I haven't worn them before. But Levi's, it's crazy because I can't even think about a pair of Levi's like right now in my head. That's how so far-fetched these sneakers are. But I'm trying to decide, do I do them wrong and put them in the bottom or do I put them in Garbo? Because I feel like if I'm right, and I'm going to put one on the screen right here, but I feel like Levi's are kind of like Vans where they kind of have that low-profile type of sneaker vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave this in Garbo. I don't want to do them too wrong and put them all the way at the bottom because I want to say that they're a little bit better than the DCs. Actually, matter of fact, let me go ahead and search up how Levi's look because I'm tripping. I ain't never seen a Levi like in 2025, 2024. Levi's shoes. Man, this is what you're working with? Why do they kind of look like Pumas? Nah, these is wrong. These is crazy. Nah. Low-key might have to put this down. Should I? Like what? Oh, this is like a Van. I ain't tripping. That's a Van. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going to go ahead and put the Levi's at Garbo. Nah, I got to put them at the bottom. I ain't going to lie. I got to put Levi's at the bottom just because I would never put those on my feet. And at least Garbo, I wouldn't say is like a shoe that I absolutely wouldn't wear, but like absolutely wouldn't wear. Is definitely going to be that all the way at the bottom category. So that's Levi, leaving it at the unnamed category because they don't need no type of name. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go on to Adidas. Adidas, however, we finally got a pretty good sneaker brand. Adidas is definitely going to be one of those brands that has aura, guys. I feel like Adidas has that aura, and I feel like Adidas is just one of those sneakers you go to if you want some comfortable sneakers, even want some hooping shoes. They got you some nice hooping shoes that have some nice tread. But with that being said, I gotta go ahead and put Adidas for the aura category. But you guys let me know down below in the comments where you guys will put Adidas, because Adidas is just one of those sneaker brands that has a good reputation. They've been around for a while, and you can't go wrong with a pair of Adidas because they got the Ultra Boost, you got AE1s, you got a lot of hoopers that signed with Adidas. Like, come on, y'all, this has to be a sneaker company that has aura. Now, Champion. We're talking about Champion. Champion used to be in Walmart. And matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and search this sneaker company up too because I feel like I haven't seen a Champion shoe in a cool minute, and I feel like it would be a good refresher for both of us. But let's go ahead and see how these Champion shoes look like. And I feel like they're kind of like low-profile shoes. If I'm... why do they kind of look like the Balenciaga sock shoes? Why can't they be original? Champions. I don't know, y'all. Low-key, Champions gonna have to take the bottom of the list. Like, no cap. Champions going all the way at the bottom, y'all. I would never put these on my feet. I probably wouldn't even buy it for someone as a Christmas gift. That's how bad these shoes are. But with that being said, no diss to anybody that wears Champion. This is just my own personal list. So with that being said, don't take this that I'm saying all to heart. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get on to the next sneaker. The next sneaker brand we do got is Asics. Asics is cool, calm, and collected. No cap. They're really comfortable. You can wear them in everyday scenario. And yeah, I have a bunch of sneaker reviews, or not sneaker reviews, but top 10 lists, top 5 lists. So if you guys do want to go ahead and check out one, go ahead and make sure to click up here somewhere on top. I'll go ahead and put an info card on some top 10 lists on some Asics. But with that being said, you guys, Asics is dope. Do they have aura? For me personally, I haven't really owned a pair of Asics, and I feel like they don't really have that like prestige as like an Adidas or like another sneaker company that's coming up, which I don't want to ruin it. But with that being said, Asics for me is it's good, but it's not great. So we go ahead and put it in that it's still top tier, but it ain't top tier. But with that being said, that's where Asics is going. Now Balenciaga, y'all. I don't want to go ahead and put this in the Aura category just because they are a well-known sneaker company that has a lot of perceived value, I guess I can say. But I do love their track runners. I do love the Balenciaga boots. I can't lie. So I gotta put this as Aura, you guys. Once I go ahead and get up there, y'all, once I'm getting a little more money, I'm definitely go ahead and invest me in some Balenciagas, y'all. Cause man, Balenciagas, they making some good clothes, they make some good shoes, and just a lot of other things, to be honest. But with that being said, Balenciaga is definitely gonna be one of those brands that has Aura. So Balenciaga is up there with Adidas. We got two brands that got Aura. We got Asics in the good category. We got Under Armour in that mid. We got Reebok and Garbo. And then we got 3 sneaker brands in the unnamed category. But with that being said, the next one we got is Vans. Vans, you guys, Vans, you can't go wrong with Vans. Like, Vans is one of those shoes where it's back to school. We all trying to get a nice fit. And the go-to, I'm not going to lie, be them Vans. And the Vans be hitting, I'm not going to lie. You can go ahead and get you a pair of Van New Schools. You can go ahead and get you a pair of the classic pair. You really can't go wrong with Vans, to be honest. And even if you know them Revenge Storm Vans go hard, and I always used to want them, but I never had them. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put them not in the Aura category, low-key. Although if it was those Revenge X Storm Vans, I low-key would put them in the Revenge. But just because we're talking about regular Vans right now, I'm going to go ahead and put Vans in the good category. Just because you can't go wrong with a pair of Vans. And I feel like Vans really brought us out of those back-to-school days. And they really were just a solid pair if you had to go to school, throw them on, and just not really care about the shoe getting too dirty because it's not really too expensive. But with that being said, definitely a very reliable pair of shoes. So let's go ahead and get onto the Converse, you guys. We got Converse. I'm not going to lie, I had a pair of Converse that I loved a lot, and they are the Knotted Chucks. I'm going to put them on the screen right now. And low-key, if I had the chance to buy them today, I low-key would get them again. But I don't even know if they sell them anymore, to be honest. But those shoes were fly. I used to love them. But unfortunately, I spilled a Shirley Temple on them, you guys. Like a whole Shirley Temple. If y'all know what that is, it's like a red drink. And unfortunately, I was at a restaurant and, man, I spilled a Shirley Temple. But anyway, Converse is low-key. I don't want to put it. They're low-key a good pair of sneakers, but I'm kind of deciding between good and mid. Because I feel like the regular Converse, to me, are kind of mid. But if you go ahead and go with the collabs, like I think it's a Colmay something. I don't want to get it wrong. I'll just put it on the screen somewhere for you guys to see it. But I used to love those, and I still want those to this day, and I will get them in the future. But with that being said, Converse, they're pretty solid. I don't want to put them in the mid category. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put them in mid category just for now. Just for now, y'all. Just for now. But you're going to see where they're going to end up. My computer lagging on me? Okay, now we back. Whoa. Whoa, we skipped a couple. All right, cool. So we got Converse in the mid section for sure. Everything looking good. Now the next one we got is going to be Puma. Puma, you guys, I'm not going to lie, my dad is a big fan of Pumas, which I kind of feel like influenced me, and I actually used to wear a lot of Pumas in high school because we were actually the same size, so I got to actually like wear a lot more sneakers than I actually had, if you feel what I'm saying. But Pumas, I'm not going to lie, they have a lot of good colorways. They make good sneakers. I like the Puma suedes, the classic ones. So I got to go ahead and put these in the mid category, not the mid, but the good category, because I feel like Puma actually has a solid sneaker line. So I'm going to go ahead and, am I being too generous? Should I go ahead and put it in mid? Nah, I'm going to go ahead and put Puma in good category because I feel like they make some really good sneakers, everyday lifestyle sneakers. And yeah, Puma just got to be good. For sure not mid. But we got Nike, you guys. Nike. You guys already know Nike is definitely one of those sneaker brand companies that definitely has aura. You feel me? So Nike, I don't even have to say too much about Nike. I've worn Nike basically all my life. But Nike itself, just the name, the, I guess not the perceived value, but just like everything that everything Nike has just has like a certain type of feeling to it. Like even when you open up a pair of Nike Air Force Ones, it just feels like you're opening up like a designer sneaker. Like who doesn't like Nike? If you don't like Nike, man, let me know down below in the comments, cause I gotta hear you out. Like let me know exactly why you don't like Nike. But we got 3 brands in the aura category right now. We got Adidas, we got Balenciaga, and we got Nike. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see what's up with these last 4 sneaker brands. So we got Brooks running. So me myself, I actually don't have too much experience in the Brooks running category, but I know that they make a lot of running sneakers. And I don't think it's actually called Brooks running. I think I'm just saying that because I've just been researching a lot about Brooks running shoes and things like that. But I've never had a Brooks running shoe ever in my life. I've never had a Brooks shoe ever. So I don't want to really put it too low. I wouldn't really say they're in the unnamed category. So just for me personally, since I don't really have too much on-feet experience is the best word to say, I'm going to go ahead and put these in the Garbo category just because I've never really had and tried them on. And I feel like I've never really, like the Brooks shoes, they don't really look all that appealing to me. I know they're super comfortable, but I probably would definitely go with a different alternative over these shoes right here. I probably would go with a pair of New Balances or even some Asics or just some else, to be honest. I feel like it very much gives old vibes. Like the sneakers, they're not really up to date. But then again, I know it's good. Like it's more of like a purpose shoe. Maybe if you want to go on a run, a walk, or so. I mean, yeah, that's me. I'm not really into the Brooks sneakers, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in the Garbo category. So we got the last 3, Fila. I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to put it straight where it needs to be. Because Fila, if you put on Filas in 2025, man, you is out of touch of the world. I'm not going to lie. But we got 2 last sneaker brands, you guys. We got New Balance. Now, sitting where I'm at today, 2025 of January, New Balance low-key is getting up there, yo. I don't know if New Balance should be in that aura category or good category, but New Balance is definitely in that discussion. But I almost want to put New Balance in the aura category just because of how much they've grown within the last year. Because New Balance really wasn't nothing until like 2024. It really started to grow, and I really don't want to be on that hype train, but I feel like New Balance deserves that aura category just because they got the 9060s. They got the 990 V6. They got a bunch of different sneakers that just look hard overall. But then again, I could have said that with the Asics as well, because Asics got the Gel Canios. They got that collab with Hidden NY. So for that simple fact, I'm not gonna hop on the hype train, and I'm gonna go ahead and put New Balance on the good category. Although it's arguable that they could definitely be in that conversation for aura, no cap. But Jordan, you guys, come on. We can't even say too much about Jordan because we all know Jordan got to be in that aura category. Like, Jordan has been a sneaker staple for a lot of sneakerheads. People have made bank off Jordans. They have just taken all of the sneakers for themselves and just decided to resell them for a crazy price. But with that being said, Jordans, without further ado, they definitely got to be in that aura category. Because they're Jordans. We don't even gotta say too much. Jordans are just fly. And man, I'm not even sure if Jordan is still behind the creative process of these sneakers. But man, Jordans are definitely an amazing pair of shoes. For me, my favorites definitely got to be the 4s. You got the 3s. You have the 11s. But with that being said, if you want to see some more Jordans, I definitely have a lot of sneaker reviews on Jordans on my channel. But with that being said, I think that pretty much does the list for this video. I feel like this is a pretty valid list. We got a lot of good sneakers in the aura category that I feel like should be there. I feel like the good category is valid. The mid category is pretty valid. Maybe Converse could go up to good, but I feel like just for now, I feel like I do want to keep them in that mid category. Garbo for Reebok, just because I don't really have that experience, or Brooks, I don't really have that experience. And then the unnamed category, y'all, we just do not have to say too much. That category, just leave it alone, because those sneakers we are leaving in the past, like no cap. Since you've seen which brands have the most aura and which ones we're leaving back in 2024, go ahead and click this video on the best and worst sneakers in 2024.